Well, and I think that's, you talked about what you're doing with Enrique. There's a lot of things I've been doing in the learning community for that reason, that it's like this was, I think, for individuals and professionals, a wake-up call that, hey, things can happen and you might be really comfortable and secure thinking, your company has your back, and that may not be the case. And for some, kudos, great. If that was
Mhm.
the case, congratulations. But for many it wasn't. And while it's extremely tragic, I think it's an opportunity for people to say, like you said, you have to acknowledge this is tough, right? We
Mhm.
have to acknowledge that, but then we also have to say, and we have to come out of the ashes, right? We have to rise from the ashes. And what can I do to kind of step forward? And I think there's going to be some opportunity that you may not have had before on the other end of this.
If you seize it, if
If
you watch it go by, your
that's
life's not going to change.
fair.
So 18 months ago, one of the reasons why I left my organization, and
You're muted, so you cut off again.
the world is conspiring. Nobody wants, the computer doesn't want to hear my voice.
It doesn't.
But what I was,
Got like a cliffhanger mic drop moment. It just
so what I was saying was 18 months ago, when I made the decision to leave the corporate world, one of the reasons I did that was because it became apparent to me, given the roles that I had been in architecting massive restructuring projects that affected thousands of people. I saw people's names on spreadsheets and went, these are our highest performers in some cases. They're just losing their jobs because the business priorities have shifted, or because their number came up, or because something that had nothing to do with their performance or their commitment or the time they spent working late nights and evenings and weekends. None of that mattered. Like, it just didn't matter, because ultimately the economics of the organization drove the decision making. And I was in enough of those conversations at the board level, at the executive level, and I went, okay, I'm architecting these today. Maybe I'm involved in one tomorrow that I don't know about. And, I was fortunate. I was a high performer. I had lots of success. I had leaders that supported me. I don't think my job was ever at risk at any point in time. But the business model, this top-down architecture of business, the slow-moving behemoth companies are really going to struggle on the other end of this. And as the world picks up in pace, that business model is continually stress tested, because it wasn't designed for a level of speed that we're working through right now. It wasn't designed for a global economy the way it is right now. It was designed in a manufacturing economy where outputs were more important than inputs.